The 1939 novel The Day of the Locust by American author Nathaniel West is set in Hollywood in Los Angeles. The protagonist, Todd Hackett, is working on an epic painting called The Burning of Los Angeles. It reflects a fantasy of his that a fiery holocaust will destroy the chaotic, crazy city. Todd is aware of a mad, doomed energy in the city. Many people have eyes filled with hatred, and they had come to California to die. The American dream, they realized, is a con, a sham. The city is full of glitz and glamour on the surface, but underneath is the darkest, raging despair and fury. Everything is about to explode. The whole city will burn with hate and resentment. At the latest Hollywood premiere, the mob at last erupts into extreme violence and absolute chaos. The city is set on fire. John Lydon and Leftfield wrote, "Burn Hollywood, burn, taking down Tinseltown. Burn Hollywood, burn down to the ground. Burn Hollywood, burn Hollywood, burn. Take down Tinseltown, burn down to the ground. Down into the ground. Burn, 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 burn." The novel ends with the following lines concerning Todd. He was carried through the exit to the back street and lifted into a police car. The siren began to scream, and at first he thought he was making the noise himself. He felt his lips with his hands. They were clamped tight. He knew then it was the siren. For some reason, this made him laugh, and he began to imitate the siren as loud as he could. Los Angeles is on fire. The sirens are going off everywhere. Let's hope North Hollywood has the biggest flames, the fires of hell. A few lines earlier, Nathaniel West wrote regarding Todd's grand painting, "For the faces of its members, he was using the innumerable sketches he had made of the people who come to California to die. The cultists of all sorts, economic as well as religious, the wave, airplane, funeral, and preview watchers, all those poor devils who can only be stirred by the promise of miracles and then only to violence. A super Dr. Know-All Pearsall had made the necessary promise, and they were marching behind his banner in a great united front of screwballs and screwboxes to purify the land. No longer bored, they sang and danced joyously in the red light of the flames. In the lower foreground, men and women fled wildly before the vanguard of the crusading mob. North Hollywood is where the worst screwball cults reside. Let's hope the flames consume every cult and cleanse this unholy, unclean city." Los Angeles, with maximum effrontery, says it's the city of angels. In fact, it should be called Los Diablos, the city of devils. Los Angeles is the hellmouth for Dante's Inferno. One of the main characters in Day of the Locust is none other than Homer Simpson. But this is no laughing matter. Los Angeles is a comedy so black it became a tragedy. Wikipedia says, "The characters in Day of the Locust are outcasts who have come to Hollywood to fulfill a dream or wish. The importance of the wish in West's work was first noted by W.H. Auden, who declared that West's novels were essentially parables about a kingdom of hell whose ruler is not so much a father of lies as a father of wishes." In this respect, James Light, in his book Violence, Dreams, and Dostoevsky, The Art of Nathaniel West, suggests that The Day of the Locust falls in with a motif in West's fiction, the exposure of hopeful narratives in modern American culture as frauds. Los Angeles is the ultimate fraudulent city, full of frauds, all imagining they're going to be stars. Wikipedia says, West's use of grotesque imagery and situations establishes the novel as a work of juvenalian satire. His critique of Hollywood and the mentality of the masses depicts an America sick with vanity and the harbor of a malignant sense of perversity. A malignant sense of perversity certainly sums up the sinister denizens of Los Angeles. Never has a city so deserved its resemblance to hell, a blood sky over a slaughterhouse of dignity and honor. Susan Sanderson wrote, "The most famous literary or historical reference to locusts is in the book of Exodus in the Bible. in which God sends a plague of locusts to the Pharaoh of Egypt as retribution for refusing to free the enslaved Jews. Millions of locusts swarm over the lush fields of Egypt, destroying its food supplies. Destructive locusts also appear in the New Testament in the symbolic and apocalyptic book of Revelation. West's use of locust in his title evokes images of destruction and a land stripped bare of anything green and living. The novel is filled with images of destruction. Todd Hackett's painting entitled The Burning of Los Angeles, his violent fantasies about Faye and the bloody result of the cockfight. A close examination of West's characters and his selective use of natural images, which include representations of violence and impotence, and which are therefore contrary to popular images linking nature and fertility, reveals that the locust in the title is tall. The original title of West's novel was The Cheated. The whole world has been cheated by Los Angeles. Wikipedia says, James F. Light suggests that West's use of mob violence in the novel is an expression of anxiety about the rise of fascism in Europe. Light compares anxiety in the novel to personal anxieties Jews, like Nathaniel West, experienced as marginalized individuals living in America. The artist Todd Hackett's vision of art, a painting titled The Burning of Los Angeles, devolves into a nightmare of terror. It depicts angry citizens raising Los Angeles and spreading uncontrollably across the American landscape. In the 1930s, theorists, politicians, and military leaders feared large crowds or mass formations would produce unpredictable and dangerous results. The whole of America is about to resemble the boiling, burning mob at the conclusion of the Day of the Locust. A red sky on fire will hang over the whole country. All the signs and portents are there for the imminent burning of America.